It is time to solid axle swap this Rodeo. So over here we've got a GU Patrol front diff, and now I'll be going underneath our Rodeo. So all the IFS is coming out and that Patrol diff is going underneath. So what I've got set up at the moment, so I've got the wheels off and I've just shot my laser. So the laser is going through the center of that wheel and projecting a light so I can mark on the body where the center of the wheel was before, because I actually want to bring the wheels forwards about 50 mil. So I've made it 50 mil forwards with that. Do the same on both sides, and yeah, start from there. Basically, everything's coming out. So all this, that, diff, all these like brackets on the chassis, like that, that's all coming off, torsion bars out. Starting with a clean slate of just a chassis rail basically and a wheel arch. So pretty much just get that ready, and then we'll go from there. Just another thing I need to do for engineering is I need to retain 75% of my original up travel. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'll measure. So right now the car's sitting off the hoist on the jack stands. This should be my ride height. So I'll measure center of this hub, bottom of this guard, write the measurement down. And then once I get the torsion bar out, I'll be able to actually push this up till it's hitting the bump stop. So we're resting on the bump stop. Measure that distance again. So say I've got 100 mil difference, I've got to retain 75 mil of up travel when the Patrol diff's in. So that up travel, so say it's 75 mil, will also dictate my ride height, because I'll pretty much sit the diff in as high as I can possibly go with it, and then I'll go just over or a bit over my 75% up travel that I need. So that way I'm clear for my bump stops, or clear for my engineering and retaining my 75% up travel. I just had a thought, and because these torsion bars have been wound up, I think this has got a 2-inch lift. So I actually don't know the standard height from there to the bottom of the guard. So if anyone knows it, just put it in the comments, because I need to know that height from there to the center of there on a standard TF Rodeo, so I can get the bump stop measurement, compare it to the standard one, and that's my 75%. But because I got 2-inch lift, I don't even know how high they've been wound up, because it was done by the previous owner. So I managed to get the torsion bar out and drop it onto its bump stops. As you can see there, nice and compressed. So now it's just a matter of measuring from the center of here to up here, which is 415 mil. So we've got 415 as our bump stop center of the hub to the guard. At 560 ride height, so ride height slash full droop, because as I picked it back up from the hoist, it didn't even drop any further. So still need the standard ride height measurement, but we've got our bump and be able to work out a difference after that. But yeah, it's just a matter of just rip out all this IFS and get this chassis cleaned. All right, so I've got all the IFS gear out now. So that's it all there, and that was our mission to get out. So we're just left with all the brackets still on the chassis, so everything's just gonna be cut, ground, and I'm just gonna be one nice chassis rail, and that's really it. We're gonna have to brace, we don't have to, but we're gonna brace the chassis as well in here. So it'll be 3 mil plate, so another engineering requirement. Any bracing can only be maximum 1.5 times the thickness of the original chassis. So if the chassis is 3 mil, we can do 4.5, but we're just gonna do 3 mil on top of whatever this is. So it's getting there slowly. So that's the brackets cut. Just got to grind them up. Yeah, it's a rough shit job. Bit of advice if anyone that wants to do it is buy a plasma cutter, because cutting this with a grinder absolutely sucks. Alright, it's all ground up, got all the old brackets and stuff off the chassis. So as you can see, there's a lot of nick marks where I got it with a grinder. So I'm just going to weld those up, grind it over so it's flat, and then we can start doing some chassis bracing. So that's one side done. It's all cleaned up and polished with the flap disc. So I'll just copper coat all that, stop it from rusting. But that was only one side. We've still got all this to go. So I'll get this done and then we can continue.